we've improved our posture to increase our shoulder turn and create more power, more torque. And we've just done some drills for forearm rotation to help us draw the ball, control the flight of the ball, but also have more club head speed through the hitting area. Now, the last source of power is the one that most people don't really understand, particularly senior golfers, and it's wrist hinge. So going back, as I said a minute ago, the shoulder ignites the swing, the forearm lets it continue, and the icing on the cake is what we call wrist hinge. Now, you know that the shoulders turn through 90 degrees in the backswing, and you know that the forearms rotate 90 degrees in the backswing. The wrists are a little bit different. You see, if the club were running up my sleeve, indeed, I'd have to find 90 degrees of wrist cock. But the club doesn't run up my sleeve, it runs at an angle. So basically, I've got half my wrist hinge before I start. You can see that. Okay? So the wrists actually cock through 45 degrees to achieve the 90. Now, we all get tense under pressure, and when tension attacks the golf swing, it always starts in the wrists. It's like rust. It comes up the shaft, into the wrists, into the forearms, into the neck. You won't get somebody who's all soft and malleable in the forearms and wrists and tense in the body. Tension comes through grip and forearms locking up. Okay? So, if I hit a shot with no wrists, the ball will fly low. Simple as that. So you can see I've knocked the trajectory down, still got my accuracy, and the ball runs out. So that's the low shot, simply by making a golf swing that doesn't have a wrist hinge. So it stands to reason if I put a load of wrist hinge into the swing, the ball will indeed go higher. So we've got the vapor trails of the previous shots on the screen. This is a high shot. Hinge the wrists early. And you can see that's the highest shot. And again, I haven't lost any control. So if I have a hammer on a fence post, non-wristy, wristy. See? Wrist hinge keeps you in plane. Now, the big wrecker of senior golf is poor wrist hinge. Yes, as we get older, we lose some shoulder turn, but the killer is people in their late 50s or 60s, they choke the club and they go back to there. And then in their mid-60s, they're losing power, they've got a short swing. But again, doesn't feel comfortable, so the wrists stay stiff and the left arm bends. And then they've lost it totally. So, for the longevity of your game, as a senior golfer, if you're in your late 50s and your 60s, then your 70s, if you could invest now, say I'm 56, if you're my sort of age and thinking about playing golf for a good standard through your senior years, shoulder turn is important, but wrist hinge is doubly important for the senior golfer. Okay? If you turn the shoulder and hinge the wrist, why would your left arm want to bend? But if you go back with a stiff wrist, the arm bends and you end up with a senior walkthrough. We've all done it. Okay, so just some very simple drills for the wrist. Let the club fall into the hand. The thumb is parallel right of centre, and just practice hinging to 90 degrees. Just get comfortable with that. Then do it with both hands. Just understand the wrist hinge. Then mix it to the shoulder turn. If you cock the wrist to 90 and turn the shoulder, you get a full golf swing. So just watch that again. When you do these drills, don't let the left arm move. It's no good doing that. You need to keep the left arm, forearm still. Practice the wrist hinge. Understand it in isolation. Again, left arm still, just hinging the wrists. Okay, and from there, I turn the shoulder. And the great thing about that, as you know from previous lessons, if the wrist hinge and the shoulder turns, your form rotation is automatically given to you. It would be correct and orthodox. So 90 wrist hinge, 90 shoulder, get the forearms for free. Just remember, when you're playing, when you're trying hard, don't let tension corrupt your wrist hinge. Stay loose, stay comfortable. A stiff muscle, a tense muscle, is a slow muscle and probably a disobedient muscle. If you're going to react quickly and you're going to be in form, keep your hands and forearms and wrists comfortable to address. Any tension is an absolute killer.